Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to another Ital Eats and Treats video where we prioritize health and longevity. So a few days ago I just got back from a month-long trip. I literally traveled to over 5 countries and I need to detox my body. I'm off a detox. I was not eating the best and my body is my temple, and we know that we only get one body and one temple, so I need to make sure I take care of it. So today's video will be focusing and prioritizing raw vegan foods that will help me reset my system as well as help to build my immunity, and I'm starting off the day with a delicious fruit bowl for pre-breakfast. I haven't purchased nut milk from the store in probably a year. I don't think I've purchased it all year because I'm not a fan of what goes on inside of those ingredients. There's like a whole heap of gums and different chemicals, and when I say chemicals, I don't mean naturally occurring chemicals, I mean like added ones. And I'm also a person that just does not buy pasteurized juice from the store. Anything I can try to make, I usually try to make it. So I've been making nut milks all the time, and I recently got my hands on the new Nama M1 plant-based nut milk maker, and oh my goodness, it is amazing. Oh, it just fell in. This thing makes nut milks in less than 2 minutes. You do not have to soak your nuts overnight. If you could see, I actually just took the nuts straight from the package, so that already saves you about like 8 hours. And this is seriously the best tasting nut milk I have ever had. It's so delicious and so incredible, and it comes at a bit of a higher price tag, but this product has a 15-year warranty and I just genuinely think it's worth it. I do not even know how I was making nut milk beforehand because I used to always have to strain it and clean the nut milk bag, and that was always so much work. This thing is literally so easy and has made my life amazing, and I can make the best plant-based milks for my matcha, which is what I'm about to make. So if you're interested, link to purchase with 10% off will be in the description box down below. Them angles. So I never used to be a matcha girly until I was in Ireland, and I one time got a blueberry matcha latte and I absolutely fell in love. So when I came home, I started working on recipes to make the best matcha latte ever, and I feel like I finally was able to uncover that secret. I love to use ice cubes that are from nut milk and not from water, so it doesn't like weaken the drink, and I like to make my matcha super strong. As you can see here, it looks super green and gorgeous, and I also love to make sure that I'm using a ceremonial grade matcha for a high quality drink. And honestly, I feel like if you don't like matcha, you probably just haven't been making it right. So the combination of a nice delicious blueberry jam, a homemade nut milk, and a high quality ceremonial grade matcha has helped me make the best matchas ever. I don't know if you wanna notice, but I am very tan right now because I literally just got back from a week trip to Curacao, and I was in a couple other European countries before that, and so I am like shades darker. I am literally living, and it's November. But I just wanted to come on here and quickly and say that today is like a detox day because I was not necessarily eating the best. I didn't have much access to like a lot of raw foods when I was traveling throughout all those different countries. I was literally packing up my bags and moving every couple of days, so it was just kind of hard. And in Curacao, there's obviously fresh fruit there. It's literally the Caribbean, but food was just very expensive there. So I'm just so happy and excited to be back here in my home and finally get the chance to make my own food again. I recently just invested in a dehydrator and I'm really excited. I think I'm gonna try to make some like mushroom jerky or like dehydrated mushrooms or something like that. I also want to make some sea moss gel and basically just focus on my health, my immunity, and really boosting up my body's ability to fight against germs and illness since I've been coming back from traveling all these different places. So let's go ahead and go. Okay, one thing I wanted to share really quickly that I thought was really cool. I was at Sprouts earlier today just stocking up on some essentials because you know after you travel you're like low on stuff. And there was this macadamia nut butter for $7, but this is half off and it's only $3.50, and it's because it is expiring in 18 days. And knowing me, I love myself some nut butter, so I doubt it's even going to last that long. So whenever you go to like these super expensive health food markets, just always make sure you're looking out for sales and discounts. So I'm super excited for this, and I just wanted to share that. I'm going to go ahead and make like a Snickers type energy ball with some peanuts and some macadamia nut butter, some cacao powder. I did want to say that if you want to keep it like completely raw, you can use a nut butter you make by yourself from like walnuts that are raw or something, and make sure your peanuts are raw. So I actually got the inspiration for this recipe because when I was traveling, I forgot where I was, but it was somewhere in Europe a few weeks ago, and I had these like peanut cacao energy balls, and they tasted just like Snickers, but they were healthy and absolutely delicious. So this is basically inspiration for what I had. It's sweetened naturally with dates, so it has fiber. I do have to say that this is high calorie because it has a lot of fat from nuts and peanut butter, but I am personally someone that is on a weight gain journey, and these are also extremely filling, so just keep that in mind when you want to make these. The recipe will also be linked in the description box down below. Also, I have to ask, for the people that make energy balls, I hate how they kind of look like, you know what, you can literally just look at them and then they just have a bit of a strange look. But it is what it is because the taste really surpasses the look. If you want to, you can like dust them with some coconut or something so they look a bit more attractive, but they taste absolutely delicious and they are a healthy, guilt-free snack. This raw marinara sauce tasted so good, and I'm convinced that it's because I was aggressively shaking out the seasoning bottles. But I always love to make this raw marinara. It's perfect for a raw spaghetti that you can pair with some kelp noodles or with zoodles. Today I am personally using kelp noodles, and it's also super important to make sure that you massage your kelp noodles with lemon juice and a little baking soda, or else they will be extremely crunchy and off-putting. You can also pair this raw marinara sauce on top of a raw pizza. That's actually a recipe that I'm super interested in making later on. And I was so upset and sad to see that I got some of the kelp noodle juice on my camera, so unfortunately you're going to see that for the next few minutes, and I didn't notice it until towards the end of the video. I personally love to pair my raw spaghetti with some walnut taco meat, but I was honestly way too lazy to work out the food processor again and wash it again, so I just kind of did this because there were some sunflower seeds inside of the raw marinara sauce. But both of those recipes are on my website and in the description box, and honestly they taste better together. So this is the new dehydrator. It's from the Kasori brand. This is not sponsored or anything. It's just my honest review. One thing I noticed is that this area right here started to scratch really quickly, and I'm not a fan of that. Oh, it's not zooming in. This area, as you can see, was scratching very quickly, and it's just kind of random and weird. So like I said, this is my first time ever doing a recipe with a dehydrator, and I was pretty happy with how it turned out. My mom accidentally plugged it out an hour in, so my fair advice is to not do that. Just let it do its thing. But it was honestly so delicious and so good, and it felt so amazing to be able to have these mushrooms raw. And I cannot wait to test out mushrooms like oyster mushroom and lion's mane mushrooms, because you cannot have those just as they are. And the dehydrator was also extremely quiet, which I really loved. Okay, so I wanted to say this really quickly. Just listen to it. Like, this is so quiet. My microwave is honestly louder. It's so quiet. And I'm very happy I spent the money on this one instead of getting a cheaper one, because I know a lot of other dehydrators, the reviews were saying that they were super loud. So I'm super excited. When I come home, it should be ready. And yeah, I'm just super hyped for this. In Jamaica, we call this Irish moss, which really it no make no sense, because the sea moss that we eat in Jamaica and all throughout the Caribbean is indigenous to the islands. It's not indigenous to Ireland, because the sea moss that you have in Ireland is a completely different branch of sea moss. That was just a fun fact that I wanted to share. Anyways, you can go ahead and purchase some sea moss in my link for 10% off if you're interested. But I think sea moss is so important for immunity boosting, and it's just overall one of the best things that you can put into your body, and you can just easily put it into a smoothie or a juice so that you don't have the taste. So I'm very happy with how the recipe turned out. It was more soft than it was crunchy, but I feel like that's okay, because a lot of times when you're thinking about beef jerky, it is more soft than it is crunchy and snap in half. But of course, you can always dehydrate it longer than I did, so that you can have super crispy, quote unquote, mushroom bacon jerky. But this was super delicious and I really enjoyed it.
Oh no, it's easy to make mistakes. Yes, I believe in love, but we don't have to fall.
With that being said, I hope you enjoyed all of these raw vegan recipes, and I cannot wait to share more with you all. Thank you so much for always supporting me and being here. See you on the next video. Bye.